Next question we have is from Bill. Bill asked, do you have any mentors or people you look up to?
Yeah, I mean, tons. 100%. I have people that I look up to. So I think the best thing, going back to the conversation we started with about like peer groups, I think the best thing we can do is have people in every area of our life that we look up to. So fitness, I have people that I look up to. Health,
100%.
Wellness, that's all the same thing. Relationships, I have people I look up to like, wow, I would love to have a relationship like them one day. I think, again, if we don't have a model for success or a direction that we want to go, then any path will lead us in any direction. And so I think the best thing that we can do is say, okay, this is the type of like health and vitality and body I want to have. Who do I know that has that? Let me model what their behavior is. Business, finances, relationships, etc. So I think, they say health, wealth, and relationships are the three most important areas of our life. I think each of us should have a mentor or someone we look up to in those three areas of our life at minimum. And we should read their books. We should learn from them. We should watch their content, because just that foundation of knowledge that they're sharing is going to help us improve that area of our life.
I agree with that. I think super spot on there. Finding people that are crushing it in that area. Like I've got the guys that I follow for the gym to get inspiration for workouts or whatever. You can go on and on about business, the Hormozis of the world, and the different people that you can absorb their content to kind of challenge yourself and grow on the business side. When I was sitting here thinking about it, I was like, I have all of these people that I follow and tune into and learn from, and they're kind of siloed in each of those departments. I don't know that I have anyone that I look up to that has like a dream life for what I'm trying to build for myself. They're crushing it in business, but they have a fucking world-class, amazing relationship with their wife and family and kids, because that's super valuable to me. And their health and wellness is top-notch, because I feel like there's some people I follow that are like all in the health and wellness or all in the business and stuff. And so I'm trying to think if there's one person that like across the board is like, that guy's fucking got it, and I want to model what he's doing. So I don't know if, I think Andy Elliott's maybe a good example of that. I've been following his content a little bit more lately. But the other thing I was thinking is, like for me, I think when you look at some of these big name people of influence that have these massive followings or massive success, I think it's more relatable sometimes to try to find people that aren't a billionaire today, but it's like they're on that journey and they're a little bit more relatable, because I can see myself in their shoes. They're maybe 10 years ahead of me or 15 years ahead of me, but they're chunking it down to where it's like a little bit more obtainable for me to believe like, yeah, I can see the steps for me to kind of accomplish that and kind of follow in that path. So for whatever that's worth, that's kind of how I look at it.
Who are a couple people fitness-wise, just like to actually share some names of the people that you look up to?
Yeah. Knees Over Toes has been game-changing for me because I've had knee surgery. So he's just like world-class in like building the knee, protecting the knee. He's been great. And then Marcus Philly is phenomenal. I think he's good functional bodybuilding. I buy his program just to kind of support him and like tune into what he's doing. But he's all about functional fitness meets kind of mobility meets bodybuilding aesthetics. So he's got great content and really educational, but those guys are fantastic.
Nice. Anybody on relationships that you follow?
I like Andy Elliott a lot because the way he has like this no nonsense, like he's all about sales and his team, and he's very inspiring. He's also very health and wellness because his clip, he refuses to hire anyone that doesn't have a six pack. I'm sure you saw some of that content. He's great, but he always very much puts his wife and his relationship first. And when I really bought into what his message was about was when I heard through some of his community members, has a hard line in the sand about infidelities and loyalty to relationships and partnerships. And that like really resonated and hit hard, that he really stands that firm in his relationship with his wife. And we were at the PBD conference there out in Miami, and to see them traveling together and the life they've created together really resonates with me and how I want to show up as a husband and as a father. So I think he's a good example, but I don't know offhand if there's who else there might be, but looking for that for sure.
Yeah.